there, my name is Ujala and this is Crash Course Renaissance Science and Technology. Today we're going to be talking about the scientific revolution, but to do that we're going to begin by talking about the printing press. Mrs. Quadra, so you're saying that we didn't have many books available back then? That is correct, me from the past. Not everything back then was Kindle Fires and Audible.com. In the Renaissance period, people had to print books by hand, but we'll get into that.
The printing press, a device for applying pressure to an inked surface resting upon a print medium, such as paper or cloth, thereby transferring the ink. So in short, the printing press in the Renaissance period is the equivalent to the modern-day printer. The printing press was invented in the Holy Roman Empire by the German Johann Gutenberg around 1440, based on existing screw presses. And in 1456, Gutenberg printed a complete edition of the Christian Bible. The creation of the printing press changed society dramatically because earlier, to get ink to transfer on cloth or paper, workers had to repeatedly brush or rub the cloth in order for the ink to transfer, meaning the invention of the printing press caused mass communication. Since the process of duplicating books accelerated and the circulation of books and ideas increased along with literacy rates, thus the invention and spread of the printing press was one of the most influential events in the second millennium.
Hey guys, Kacee here, and I'm going to be talking about how the people's ideas of the universe changed throughout this time. During the Renaissance, it was largely believed that the Earth was the center of the universe. This is the Earth, and that the Sun rotated around it. However, this guy Copernicus, who was a philosopher of the time, created the heliocentric model, or sun-centric model, where the sun was the center of everything and all of the others moved around it. He was the first to propose this, and this change was revolutionizing, but he kept some aspects of the old model, like the circular moving patterns. There was also this guy, Johannes Kepler, who proposed 3 mathematical laws to the theories of the universe. One was ellipses, that all planets travel in a circle. 2 was areas, and that was that planets sweep out in equal areas around the sun, so it's a perfect circle, not an oval or anything like that. And then the third one was periods, where the square of the period equals the distance.
Galileo was an Italian astronomer and philosopher who agreed with and supported the Copernican theory and invented the telescope.
The scientific revolution is a concept used by historians to describe the emergence of modern science during the early modern period, when developments in mathematics, physics, astronomy, including human anatomy, and chemistry transformed the views of society about nature. The scientific revolution took place in Europe toward the end of the Renaissance period and continued through the late 18th century. Influenced the intellectual social movement known as the Enlightenment. While its dates are debated, the publication of the 1543 of Nicholas Copernicus's De Revolutionibus Orbium Celestium on the revolutions of heavenly spheres is often cited as the marking of the beginning of the scientific revolution. The concept of scientific revolution taking place over an extended period emerged in the 18th century in the work of Jean Sylvain Bailly, who saw a 2-stage process of sweeping away the old and establishing the new. The beginning of the scientific revolution, the scientific renaissance, was focused on the recovery of knowledge of the ancients. This is generally considered to have ended in 1632 with the publication of Galileo's dialogue concerning the 2 chief world systems. The completion of the scientific revolution is attributed to the grand synthesis of Isaac Newton's 1687 Principia that formulated the laws of motion, universal gravitation, and completed the synthesis of new cosmology. By the end of the 18th century, the scientific revolution had given way to the age of reflection.
Francis Bacon was a philosopher who focused on different ways of learning.
And the Renaissance period was a time for scientific advancement because of all the people that thought differently than people used to. Such as Copernicus. He was a mathematician and astronomer who created a model of the universe that placed the sun at the center of the universe instead of the earth. This was a time that had great advancement in geography, astronomy, chemistry, physics, mathematics, manufacturing, and engineering, along with the rediscovery of ancient scientific texts and the invention of the printing which would democratize and also a faster progression of new ideas.
Which famous person made this statement? I think they're four. Was it A. Galileo Galilei, B. René Descartes, C. Isaac Newton, or D. Francis Bacon? Correct. It's B. René Descartes. Question 2. What new field of science came out of the Renaissance period? Was it A. Astronomy, B. Biology, C. Chemistry, or D. Physics? Correct again. It's A. Astronomy. Question 3. Which invention is linked with the Renaissance period? Is it A. the microscope, B. the telescope, C. eyeglasses, or D. all of the above? It's D. all of the above. Question 4. True or false? Scientists during the Renaissance period dissected humans to learn about the human anatomy. It's true. And for the final question, question 5. Which other invention was created during the Renaissance period? Was it A. the flushing toilet, B. the wrench, C. the screwdriver, D. wallpaper, or E. all of the above? It's E. all of the above. And that wraps up